Hello and welcome to my Chapter 10 guide for Maddening. So this is for people who want to beat Maddening, or maybe you just want to see different ways of beating maps, generally safer ways. I'm not going for like LTC where I'm just trying to nuke bosses and just clear the map as fast as humanly possible. A lot of these strategies I came up with from doing a very limited run where I'm only allowed to do rest and seminar, so no monastery at all, no auxiliary battle at all, no paralogs. So these tactics actually came from that run. Very few people do this type of run for Maddening because Maddening is generally considered to be hard enough, and usually only people who are obsessed with Maddening mode would bother to limit what they can do further for fun. So to begin, I'm going to show a basic strategy to break this map down into parts. I'm going to go over both stages of the map, starting with the opening. So for the opening, so one thing you have to know is that certain enemies are connected, and this is true on every single map. So some enemies are in like a squad. This is invisible. You don't know this until you attack something and see what else reacts in response to it. So for example, if I attack this beast, very likely this guy will attack as well. These are like a squad. You attack one, you get the other, usually. Now in some instances, if a thing attacks you, they don't always attack. But for example, attacking any of these three units aggroes these units, and they are made aware of your position and will chase you, and they'll kind of go down and then over towards you. So attacking either one of those groups will trigger the other. These are unrelated. These just trigger individually, same thing with the boss, and I'm pretty sure these back units also trigger with these forward squads. These cabs trigger on their own. So they if you aggro them, you'll just get them and nothing else. And then this is its own squad. So those are the squads. So it's important to know that, so you can easily pull enemies and break down their positions. One thing I'm noticing is I didn't refill my battalions for some reason. it's pretty stupid of me. I think I'm gonna retreat actually. Yeah, we're gonna refill our battalions. I don't know why I didn't do that, but let's do that and then resume. But going over those squads will definitely help you. And then there's the second phase. I have a dumb strategy that works really well. And it's dumb in that you just move in a certain direction. And what you're doing is moving away from enemies while other enemies run into you, essentially. So we'll show all stages. All right, so we're going to start off by pulling this guy. We're going to pull the monster. Now there's a few ways to do that. The easiest way would be to just fly up and shoot him, or just have a unit that's tank him. So let's find my highest defense unit. So I'm pretty sure his attacks are physical. Yeah, alright, so let's do that. So let's just find the highest defense. I think it's Sylvain. Alright, you're the winner. Alright, he shouldn't get doubled. Okay, he does get doubled. Well, let's check the attack speed. Attack speed of 16 versus what? 10? Alright, so he just needs his weapon changed. So what we'll do... Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Nice. Alright. So Flame gives him -3 damage. Removing the heavy weapon prevents, lowers his attack speed. Let's see what else we can do. We can just move our team up to get ready to attack the beast. Get some flyers in these trees. Get some support up in there.
I am Ferdinand von
Oh. Alright, so he's fine. Just got hit with the fireball, nothing bad. Okay, so I think I'm actually wrong about this one. These two don't seem to be related. What I have noticed is these two seem to be. If I attack this tends to aggress. It tends to be aggressive. So let's break this guy down. So let's go over the monster hunting tutorial here. So gambits are always good. However, in some cases you might just spam curve shot, which is also effective. So let's do that instead. In this case, break shot. That's actually better. Alright, so break shot. She can move in a little bit. Alright, then we might as well flame heal. So the first thing you want to do is break the monster down. Crack a tile. The easiest thing to do is just to crack a tile. Why do they double me now that I'm attacking? That's interesting. Huh. That's weird. Attack speed. Huh. I don't really understand why that's the case. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he suddenly doubles me. Alright, let's do something else then. Let's just hit him with something faster. That's better. Yeah, once you get the first tile, it's usually not so bad. Then you get like the second tile. Though I don't know how much damage I can deal to this to break his tiles. It looks like that should break a tile. Usually hitting 10. Okay, that wasn't enough. Usually hitting like 10 to 15 can break a tile if you double. In this case, we're having a hard time breaking these tiles, surprisingly. I don't want to use too many gambits, if any. If you're going to use a gambit, I would recommend using a dumb one you don't care to lose. But like this monster only has 1 health bar, so I don't even know that we need to armor break him, but let's see. Alright, that gets rid of another tile. She should be able to tank that. Yeah. Okay, and then you... What can you do? She can just straight up kill it, probably, if I attack the unprotected tiles. You only need to armor break if you're going for, you know, resources. Like, if you don't need the resources, you can just kill them. You usually just get Umbral Steel anyways. Oh, he's debuffed, that's why. His strength is debuffed. I was like, what the hell? Why is he... I mean, curve shot.
What's next?
Oh, he crit him. Alright, so he's gone. So there's a few different ways. You can break every tile. If you just want to kill it, I would recommend just breaking a tile and then just shooting the broken tile for big damage. Alright, let's just pass a turn here. This is actually a restore farm, if you want to do that. So a restore farm is when you have an enemy that debuffs and you spam restore. Early game it gives good XP, as you saw there, it's like 20%. So depending on what you're trying to do, that can be useful or not. Alright, Leonie. Let's get Ingrid a level if we can. Just kind of... Have you stab... Oh, damn, dude, look at... Bernadette is crazy. Her strength is bad, too. It's 18. And she's just, like, casually nuking things like this early. Let's see, what can I do to him? Okay, she can kill him, too. I'm looking at her stats. Oh, wow, her bows are terrible. She needs to get her bows up. Alright, yeah, use your bow. Use your bow. Good job.
Seems I prevailed.
She's E+ bows. I might as well get another restore. Okay, so after you take out the first monster that's closest to you, and the reason why you take this one out is because when you're headed this way, you're going to get a magic staff and then a speed ring. So you might as well take it out and then go this way, and then open your stuff. Okay, so we're going to rotate this way now. I'm going to stick Dorothea next to Bernadetta, but not heal her. She'll just chip heal her for her passive. And then I guess Physic. Ingrid, who doesn't have that passive. And we'll prepare to fight the beast down here. The beast from the West. Alright, so... I basically already know I can... Oh wait, no, I don't know I can pull this. Attack speed 13. Attack speed 16. Okay, so I can pull this. Defense of 17. Okay, that's pretty good. You can stick them in the forest tile too to reduce the monster's accuracy and increase your defense by 1. So that's another thing you can do as well. I'll get the boys hanging out. Them boys. Okay, this mage is attached to the monster, so that's the distinction. So the northern mage is not. Yeah, just the western one. So the Western Mage monster combo is a thing. All right, one thing to do here, turn these on because they have surprisingly good range. This thing can it can randomly kill things. It has good speed, so be aware of that. Pretty fast mage out of nowhere. One thing I will do here, I'm gonna go here and warp Bernie. If you have warp, this will greatly help you out because you can deal with this mage easily, like this. Alright, then she'll just chill out here. Or, shit. I should have checked the thing. Yeah. I don't know that I want to pulse that, though. That's kind of dumb. Who has Impregnable? You do? Let's see. What can I do here? I can always body block. I can get Impregnable and body block. Let's do that. Yeah, let's just do that. And then he'll just chill out over here for support. Alright, you body block. Oh, I need to switch this unit to lances. I don't know why I still have swords. I guess I'm going for like a sword byleth for fun. Alright, so... Alright, Flame can rescue Ingrid just to pull her closer. You don't have to rush the other boss right away, or the other monster. You can get your entire team up here. I'm just doing this to be fast. I'm going to save that blaze. I'll use an assembly.
We're ready.
I've got another option.
Alright, so I'm going to break another tile. There's no way we're going to kill it with like this few resources. So we're just going to kind of put some damage on it. That looks good. Maybe we could have killed it, I don't know. It's going to attack Leone and she's fast, so I'm not worried. Oh, he's got a Flame Breath. Right, I'm going to Physic Ferdinand. Alright. Flame Breath, I think it's like 25 on average. Yeah, I accidentally pulled the calves there. Okay. Alright, he got all of his armor back. Alright, and these dudes. Alright, we can turn these off. Turn on these. Alright, so probably use Thoron. Oh yeah, she has plus range because of her staff. I'm not used to that because of the limited runs I tend to do. Alright, we'll just go for a Thorn anyways, for the crit. Alright, some damage. Then curve shots, maybe break shot. And then she'll go within range of this. Go mage go. Hit him with Boggle Nun. Yeah, you can kill this and then go after these dudes. It's pretty straightforward. Aw, damn it, Flame. She's too far away to do anything. That's unfortunate. That's fine, though. Did I just miss 280s? Wow. That's a thing. That just happened. Alright. That just happened. Alright, you're dead.
I can hide. Good form.
Cool. Alright, then these guys. Alright, now he's dead. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
Caution is needed.
Shoot him with a bow. Let's see. I guess I'll do this.
That is that.
Alright. So we got the paladins taken care of. Let me make sure I have chest keys. If I don't, I'm dumb. Not that a speed ring... Oh, I don't. Not that a speed ring is the best item in the game or anything. It's not. I'm just saying that, like, whatever. We'll miss out on a speed ring. Unfortunate. I easily could have bought more chest keys, but I didn't. Alright, we'll use... I don't think I'll heal Bernie to full. Alright, never mind. I was about to say, I don't think I'll heal Bernie to full, but then I did. Which is pretty unfortunate. She can take some chip damage somewhere, though. Alright, so for this next section, so we got past the 2 monsters, the 2 mages, the 2 paladins, even though they're really cavaliers. The next section, there's 2 archers. So what I like to do is this. Okay, so alright, if we want to pull 1 archer, putting a unit here is the way to do that. So for example, if I just like do this. Yeah, good luck hitting me. Avoid stance or alert stance plus the tanking or the dodge tanking essentially. Alright, let's get all these units ready to jump in. These enemies are so like hilariously easy to kill. Enemy archers, just because when they go to attack you, they can't counterattack once you attack them at point blank, so there's not too much they can do. He might as well just wait here.
Predictable.
Predictable. Alright, and then these get pulled. The thing is, they're far away from you though, so they're staggered, so they're an easy kill. And then those also get pulled. Yeah, so the thing to watch out for here really is this. And because we're an army of flyers and fast classes, I can easily take these out.
You fought well.
Level 23 from that, just killing like a dumb archer.
Such power dwells.
Alright. Alright, you're gone. We can probably even sit here, because we're going to kill this one too, for sure. Let's see, Ingrid. I'll rescue her. I'm just trying to get her some level ups.
I aim for greatness.
Alright, so I can attack this guy if I want. For surprisingly good damage, even though he's armored. And then I can do it again. Alright, I have lethal on him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get attacked. AS 21 versus 17. I don't get doubled. It's not going to 1-round Vendetta. I seriously doubt that. I seriously doubt it's going to 1-round her. I can even use a lighter bow too. Let's see what it does do to her. Yeah, 27 once. Here, have some supports. Alright, putting him over there didn't really help. Oh, he has 3 crit? That's a little scary. It's a little rude too, to be honest. Yeah, look at these idiots. They're just so far away. This is why this strategy is so effective. It doesn't matter what kind of playthrough you're doing. You split their forces in a way where they attack you so inefficiently, it's not even a challenge. Like, that's the key. Alright, let's get a unit to heal Bernie that doesn't heal well, so she doesn't get healed to full. Perfect. Alright, now she's just like a cannon. Now she's just a cannon. Good. I'm just gonna wait for him. I'll let him come to me. Yeah, they're going through the woods and shit. One guy's like a lumberjack. Oh, that's dead. Oh, those are both so dead, dude. Alright, Flame, show me what you got. Here, I'm gonna go here. Alright. Cool. Going for Professor. Bonus XP. You stand next to the Professor, you get 20%. Who's closer? Definitely Bernie. They'd both level from killing this.
Am I done yet?
This is so broken, dude. It's level 23 this early. Oh my god, and she got strength too, and speed. It's ridiculous. Alright, I'll let them come to me. I'll show breaking down the boss position too. It's actually pretty easy. Alright, Petra, level up. Ingrid. Alright, let's do this. Oh, she doesn't kill him. Let's see. There we go. Oh wait. Let's do it optimally. Always be next to the Professor for every single combat, if you can.
This is my favorite.
It's just free 20% XP. You really can't go wrong going for it. So we're gonna start pushing up the way to pull the bosses, like to pull the monsters. So turn the boss on like that. It's like a stupid thing flying around here I keep swatting at. It's like some random bug. Alright, so you can turn the boss on, and then turn on the second monster. So you know where to go to pull. You don't want to pull in the woods. This thing doesn't care about the woods. Your units generally will, unless they're flyers. So you want to pull it to like here. That's what you generally want to do, in my opinion. We're gonna kill this guy. We'll put him out of his misery. I want to say Leonie can kill him by herself. But let's actually trigger her passive. Let's get her some bonus damage. Oh, man. Alright, what do we have? I can give her a steel bow plus. Less accuracy, but we'll see if she gets it. Nope. It's because of the forest. I'm trying to move the Professor up a square, but I guess we'll just have to do this like this. Oh, she doesn't have curve shot equipped, never mind. Alright, he's gonna attack Leonie. I'll actually allow it. Just see what happens. Okay. He just smacked her. Alright, we'll go for accuracy this time.
I call that a win.
Cool, I got a hammer. Alright, what are you gonna do? Alright, so I'm making a slight positional error here, but I'm just gonna rescue. I could have killed the other thing, but I'm trying to optimize like XP gain over winning the match right now. Alright, and then Dorothea can chip heal. Get you in there. Get you in there. Okay. Alright, I probably should have put Flame next to her, but that should be fine. And I could have dismounted in trees too, but I don't really care. It doesn't matter right now. My battalion's in good health, so I'm not too worried. Alright, so let's do a Thoron. Actually, we don't have to. We can do whatever. Whatever we feel like. Let's do Sagittae. We're gonna abuse the fact that we have trees. Potentially. Nice. I was able to, we were able to not get hit. Alright, Bernie, you're up. Nice. Oh, even a crit. A crit didn't even break it? Sometimes you just need a second combat no matter what, it seems. I'm not even going to do that. I don't even want to waste the durability. I'm just going to smack it. At least I don't die. Still. It's a lot of damage. Okay, he missed. He dodged one of those. That's nice. We might as well kill it at this point. Alright, definitely don't want to do Lewin. Blessed Lance doesn't double. We'll go for Iron. Nice.
My technique could use some polish.
Yeah, it's not the worst level up. Alright, then the last hit. Give to Leone.
Another one down.
Trying to get all these to 25.
I'm aiming high.
Speed and res. I'm aiming high. She gets like 3 stats. Debatable. Hell yeah, dude. Now he can be a Gremory. To be honest, they might as well just let him be a Gremory. To be honest. Okay. Alright, now this part. You might be wondering, what do you do here? Well, it's not that bad. So you turn this guy off, and you can pull this monster by this tile without pulling the boss. Alternatively, if you can just kill the boss, you can go for it if you feel like it. But we're gonna pull the monster and just, like, pile jump him. Nice. Italian Renewal. Big ability. Alright, AS of 13 versus 16. Alright, we're gonna have Sylvain pull again. Alright, then I believe -2 damage. Deals 2 more damage next to female, so there's this female. Here, have 2. Let's get everyone else ready. Alright. Now, in fighting this one, don't step into the boss aggro, because it will kill you. This boss will kill you, even if your stats are good. An easy way to deal with this is to gambit it. Alternatively, you can just like break a tile and then shoot the broken tile. So let's get that started. Finally, she crits. Okay. Alright, can I do this with like a dumb weapon that I don't care about? I guess, this is fine. Okay, we got a tile broken. Probably send in... Oh, wait, she's level 23 now. Okay, let's try to get Petra a level up. Let's shoot this dude. Don't crit. No! I said don't crit.
Impressive.
Impressive. I was trying to save that for Petra. It's rude. I consider that very rude. Alright, to pull this boss, you want Impregnable Wall. To easily pull it, to safely pull it. Alternatively, if your units are close enough, like you can see mine kind of are, you can just kill it. So I'll show the Impregnable in theory. So the Impregnable, you just impregnate a unit, throw it out there, the boss will hit 1s no matter what, you're fine. Alright, now the alternate strategy Let's just say you have a bunch of flyers, some big boys ready to attack. So let's get as many units as we can ready to hit this enemy. So if you have mounted units, you'd put them here. Flyers, you'd put on the diagonal. Everyone else can kind of just fill in. So I'm going to show this attack. She has a sword. You can hit her at range. So the easiest way to hit her is to use curve shot at 2 range. Or break shot in this case. She's still very dodgy though.
Monica, I don't sleep.
This is very inaccurate. In this case. But the more linked attacks you get, the more, like, the better it becomes. So it starts off kind of hopeless, but gets, like, much better. Alright, let's see what we can do to her here. Alright, she has 20 crit, which is scary. So we probably don't want to deal with that. If we do a basic attack, we have quite bad accuracy. So let's go to 2 range here. Alright, let's see. Sword of the Creator. Alright, so pretty much nothing is going to hit her. Let's see. Sword Breakers, no. Sword Breaker is a thing that could help. Let's get up here. Here we go. 76. That should hit. Nice. Okay, now we have 2 linked attacks. So it's getting... The accuracy is going to steadily improve over time. Alright. This should hit as well. Alright, now she's 1 shot. We have 3 linked attacks. We can get more too. We can just keep spamming the shit out of her with linked attacks. Alright, now she's pretty much dead. So we'll do this. Alright, so she's dead. So curve shot, linked attacks, mounted units, or just impregnable wall. Hit her with magic. She seems to be bad at dodging magic. Magic tends to be good accuracy. Alright, some crazy shit happens, as we all know. Crazy thing happened.
That could only have been magic.
Crazy thing. Alright, other crazy thing happens. Magical child. Green hair. Alright, there you go. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Alright, so if you want to beat this quickly, I'm pretty sure you only need to kill the boss. So, like, let's check this out. Yeah, so if you just want to kill him and you have a warp left, just do that. You know, just warp him. Now, obviously, he's a little far away, but if we wanted to... He's going to be in the bushes, though, which sucks. Let's see if I can get him out of there. Yeah, I can. Oh, no, I can't. Just pulls him. Actually, no. This might be enough. This might be enough. Yeah. Alright, then we can warp. And then you go kill the boss. Great. Alright, now let's say you don't want to do that. Or you can't do that. Let's say you don't have the resources to do that. You don't have warp. You know, everything sucks. Alright, so what do you do? So the first thing you do is you move this way. Now what you're doing... So, you never want to be in a pincer attack. This is true of in life, in war, and in Fire Emblem. So if you're in the middle here, you got all these guys over here. You got a monster, mage, some axe dudes. They're coming over to kill you. And then you have these guys over here, and you are now in a pincer attack. However, if you flank, and you meet the enemy halfway, this side is now delayed and chasing you. And then this side, you can deal with them rapidly. And then as the other side approaches, then you deal with them. This works on super maddening. So in this case, what I'll do is I'll kill this guy. Because I can. Alright, he's dead. And then we'll just go this way. And we'll just move our entire army to this side. Now, if you have flyers, it's really easy to do this. The big upside of this is you get out of the trees pretty quickly. So if you have some units that are stuck in the trees, it can be unfortunate and annoying. But it'll just take 2 turns to get out of there. But as you rotate your team this way, you're just mitigating the amount of things that can hit you, and you're isolating the enemy team. So instead of you getting pincered slowly and then suffocating and potentially losing stupidly, you're taking the initiative and pushing one of the prongs of their pincer before it pinches you, and instead you counterattack them. Alright, this guy is looking like he's pretty cool. But pretty cool guys... I don't know. That seems stupid to do. Let's try this for fun. Hit. No, I missed. You know what? I didn't miss. Don't use pulses like that either. Alright, so why did we save all those gambits? I'll tell you why. Alright, we got a blaze. We're just going to blaze this immediately. Just to get big armor break, easily deal with this. Save your gambits for these two monsters, especially if you're doing some kind of challenge run. Alright, so that broke one tile, cracked everything else. You can have another mage use a follow-up gambit, or another mage, another unit. In this case, he would want to be closer, like here, I think. If he can get in there. You want to hit that corner, that's like the sweet spot. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now.
Oh no.
We're going to shoot this guy with a bow and just kill him.
He's dead.
Take that. Alright, and then what we can do here, we can just start cracking all these tiles. They're already cracked, we just need to poke each tile once.
I'm on it.
Alright, I'm not going to do that even though it's 65% hit. Which it shouldn't be, but it is, so whatever. I'll take it. Alright, she got a level up for that, which is nice.
Hard work.
Hell yeah, dude. Petra's an insane unit. I think her and Catherine are like the best flyers in general. I could be wrong though. I mean, Bernie's obviously really good too. There's quite a few good flyers. Alright, let's get some of this.
Ready. That's my cue.
I'd rather be napping.
Wow, he got no experience for that. That was a waste. Alright, so now we took care of one of the sides. Now they don't have a pincer anymore. And their offense sucks, so now we can just deal with them easily. The other reason you do this is because the monster has a hard time navigating around these pillars. These pillars here. Because it's so big. So the pillars actually drastically mess up its movement. So if you stay in the middle, generally both monsters get to you at around the same time. Like if you push your entire army in the middle. And you can deal with it, like it can be fine. But if your units are under-leveled, if you're doing like some kind of challenge playthrough or something, probably not the best thing to do. Alright, we need to get Ferdinand some levels. Alright, he needs some help. He needs like a lot of help. Alright, let's see what we got. 25 damage. Alright, I'll take it. Cool. So for this next part, there's actually a farm, and I'll show it. I use this farm in limited runs just because it's so damn effective. For like this, if you're not allowing any auxiliary battles, it's like one of the best farms for getting like Death Blow, for example. Alright, let's, we can just wait for them. You usually end up with a position like this where these three line up and then you have a monster. Alright, you have Resonant Flame, so that takes care of the monster. Yep. So just hit that, great. If you have something like this or this, both of those work. This is fine. If you can gambit these. If you can gambit these, this just makes your life so much easier. Because now only this can attack, and then these are just stuck, and then you can just deal with the monster. In my case, I don't need to deal with the monster. I can easily just, like, kill it. Yeah, I can assault troop this, for example.
Let's turn the tables.
And I hit that mage anyways. The mage usually is the problem, because these guys have bad movement, so you can kind of avoid them. Like, if you look at where this can... Let's see... Usually 4 movement, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can just like attack this down here and then use the monster to body block its own allies. Then for the rest of these, pretty simple stuff, just like kill them. Kill them as needed. Alright, Ferdinand. You're up, buddy. I like how a random horse just ran by.
Always getting.
Good strength. He needs that. Alright, Flame. Just heal a guy. Trying to give all my XP to my combat units because units like Flame will always get tons of free XP from healing all the time. Wow.
You're out of luck.
It's pretty good actually. Pretty good damage. Pretty good damage.
That takes care of that.
Alright, we'll just kill it. If she doesn't crit, I'm not gonna have Linhardt kill this because he's basically a Gremory. He's already over leveled as it is. He doesn't need any more. He's already level 30 this early. Alright, the healer's coming in. Trying to get all these units to 30 or 23. I don't know why I said 30. Alright, we'll go for this. Why not? Maybe she crits, maybe she doesn't.
I'll manage.
Alright, let's get Ferdinand some XP after Sylvain.
That one is expected. I am Ferdinand von Eyre. You are nothing.
Alright, so we got these monsters taken care of. We just gotta get this guy taken care of.
Am I done yet?
She crit him. I'll show the farm and then I'll show an easy way to kill the boss. There's a few easy ways to kill this boss. One of them is to use Impregnable Wall, which is generally an easy way to beat most things. Oh shit, I didn't mean to heal Bernie. Oh well. I went to heal, what's her face? Leonie. Okay, so these two healers will heal each other. This is a farm. This is one of the best farms for a no auxiliary, no paralog run. So I'll show setting it up. You can also use this guy as a farm, which seems weird. So how do you use him as a farm? So what you do, assuming you're going for class masteries, you just go like onto a tile, equip like a bow without close counter, let him smack you. So I'll show like the healing farm. This is a healing farm as well as a XP and class mastery farm. You have quite a few turns to get it. Usually you have at least like 60 turns of farming here. So let's just like take some units. So if you have units that can actually counterattack, it tends to ignore those and go on the thing that can't hit back, because AI loves to hit things without getting hit back. Which who doesn't? That's awesome.
Too slow.
Alright, so he failed to hit her, which sucks, because her speed is really high. But you can also get an HP farm from letting these hit you with Nosferatu. They have 12 each. So I'll take a unit who has bad res. Alright, let's get Flane in here. Burn through her Fortifies. Fortifies give the most experience. Maybe, actually no, maybe Warp is the same.
Maturing at a rapid pace.
I'm maturing at a rapid pace. Alright, got it. Alright, we're just gonna kill this guy, to be honest. He's served his purpose.
All roses have thorns.
She needs her meteor pretty badly. Okay, so we'll let them... We'll do this. We'll try to be efficient here. They'll start... Oh shit. I didn't realize he would be able to... Okay, that's better. Ideally, you don't want them to get doubled, because each hit is a heal. especially if like you fortify. And then if you plan on having a unit use like Physic or something, and you're gonna fortify, use Physic on one thing first. If there's two healable things, then fortify. Caspar leveled up. Wow. Bad level, man. Alright, we'll kind of lead this way. Alright, this needs a better target. Someone that won't get doubled, that will also take damage. Someone with bad res. Probably Petra. She won't get doubled. She's extremely fast. But her res is bad enough that she should, yeah, she'll take 4. Alright, then we'll get some of these other units in here. Just to kind of create a barrier. No, don't attack Bernie. How dare you. Let's get a nice barrier going on. So you can actually control where they move pretty easily. Alright. It'll run up to you. Oh, it doubles him? That's bad. They heal each other too. They use Physic and heal on each other. So that's how you get the XP farm from that. Alright, so let's do this. Kind of lead them in. And then for this guy, alright, so you double him. Let's get you out of here. Will you attack Bernie? Good. Alright. Yeah, you gotta get him in there. You can start like body blocking. Like you can start blocking out where they can move. Alright, so we got a unit that took damage. You can see how this is good. This is pretty broken. I don't know if someone else discovered this. I didn't find this on like line or something. I found this from necessity. From min-maxing a playthrough. Oh, damn it. Dorothea fucked up the healing. Alright, so let's go. So you want to give them targets. So I can actually force it to go to a certain tile over time. So for example, if I do this, we can like start gradually forcing it to go to specific tiles. So you can kind of see like a trap forming. Okay, let's go over here. And then I want to get Dorothea away from them because she's going to keep chip healing. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to get these guys. We'll get these guys in here. So let's start getting them to do what we want. So how do we do that? So the easiest way to do that is to try to create a wall like this or something. I'll try to get them to go to the tile I want them to. Alright, what are they going to hit? Alright, 8 and 8. Alright, go for it. Alright, so this guy is now entered. So we almost have them trapped. You see we're closing in around them. Oops, don't do that. And don't do that. Alright, so we're gonna continue the body blocking. So once you can get them to like this kind of situation, you're probably fine. You just need to get them to move now. And then you want one on the healing tile. So I can just equip a bow, and it should stand on the healing tile. Then once you have that, you can start hitting them. So most of these units are going to kill them. This is usually only really doable on like units that are under-leveled. But if you want to get class masteries, one thing you can do is grab a broken weapon. I still have a pretty good chance of hitting it for big damage, but you could, like, if you hit the one in the healing tile, it should heal around 20 health a turn, so this could be safe to do. So for example, if I do this, I still hit it. These units are very good for early game, like they have all these crazy things this early, but most of these units can probably smack with broken weapons. And then in some instances, as long as you don't kill these enemies, like in this case, I can just hit a 23. The crit 6 could drop them though, so if you have pulses, you can pulse away kills, and then just continue to do this for class mastery and XP. They'll heal each other, so check it out. They get heal from the healing tile from a passive as well, and then they also heal each other. So you can actually get them very low, and this is actually a pretty good XP farm. So I might as well demonstrate. So I'll get everyone into position, and one thing you can do to remove linked attacks, because that'll increase your accuracy, is like start unequipping things. If the linked attacks are causing problems with the accuracy and you're hitting them too much, if you're just going for XP, just avoid crits and doubling. Like that's the best thing you can really do. And then of course, once they're out of Nosferatu's, which they're pretty close to being out of, you can position any unit near them, and it's safe to do so because they can't attack anymore. So as long as Ingrid doesn't crit here, you can just smack it for free, get some XP. Now if you do this over 30, 40 turns, that's like a level up or two, so pretty crazy. So heavier weapons also make doubling harder. Alright, let's get Dorothea's magic up. I want to get her meteor. Dang, she has 9 crits. That's not good. That's not good. 9 is pretty high. If it's above like 2 or 3, you'll see a crit. Like from doing something like this, you'll definitely see a crit. Alright, let's see what Bernadetta can do here. Can't say I want to waste Silver Lance on this, but it doesn't matter because this is... I'm not doing limited resource run. So we can just like stab a dude for all of his health and they'll heal each other. You can see the one that's on the healing tile. It heals 30% from the healing tile and I think 20% from just standing. So it heals for like whatever half of 38 is. Would that be like 19? I think that's correct. All right, let's get Dorothea in here. Don't crit. Good. And having 2 is nice. So you can prevent critting. Alright, so that's lethal, so we don't want to skip that. So we can have someone else attack, like Flane, in this case. Hopefully she doesn't... Oh man. She crit. No! You fool. Alright, so this is why pulses are good. If you have good units and they crit, you're going to be in some trouble, to be honest. You also get mastery, like weapon mastery from attacking and missing. Alright, he shouldn't crit. It's one for... Oh my goodness. The game's like, these are gonna die. You want as few crits as possible. Alright, he literally can't crit. Good. So I wasted 2 pulses on a farm. But these units are over leveled for this map anyways. So it's not a problem.
That's my cue.
Alright, let's see what we can get going here. Alright, I'm just gonna kill him, but that's the farm. I think you can just do it as long as you want. If you're going for class mastery, do broken weapons. So like one thing you can do, let's say there's too many units helping out. So you can do something like this. Remove linked attacks from the equation. If it's a single unit, you can go next to it and equip a bow. This removes it from a linked attack. And then same thing with this. Alright, now if I
Stay
attack it,
focused.
way less accurate, so hugely useful to do that. The random crits thing, it's based on luck, I believe, and that's it, so you could literally be out of luck with that. Alright, let's see if anyone's about to get a level up, and we'll start there. I guess I gotta Byleth get a level up. Attacking with, yeah. I need like a big cumbersome weapon that I actually can hit though. Probably an axe. Let's do like a steel axe. I shouldn't double with a steel axe. It's a lot of damage though. 35. Alright, he's off the healing tile. One thing to note too about enemy units in this case is they will try to move a tile in most situations, so yeah, check it out. So if you just leave a tile open, they'll generally move to it. Alright, so we got him back on the healing tile. Pretty safe for Byleth to hit this. I have to alternate turns though, because I hit too hard. But that's an easy level up right there. I can probably get to level 25 from doing this. I just have to alternate turns. Like every other turn I can hit it. The amount of XP you get depends on the enemy level as well as the damage you deal to it, and also if you kill it. So if you just hit an enemy for big damage, it actually gets you a lot of XP. Especially if you're under its level.
Setting a very
Alright. Let's just see who else has a level up, just quickly. I guess Bernie. She can take the axe. I'll heal her to full health, though, to reduce her damage. And then stick Byleth next to her for Professor XP. So I'll just take that steel axe. Okay, she has 5 crit, which sucks. So she can still one-shot it, just randomly. Oh, she actually needs axes too, because I want to get her. She might have 2 high of strength now, but I think she's at like 17. Yeah, there's a small time window with a unit like this to get free. Yeah, I might as well just kill it. Whatever. Alright, we killed it. Alright, we'll just move on to the boss now. That's the farm, though. It's a class mastery farm. It also doubles as an XP farm. Considering they heal each other, you get them on healing tile. If you just avoid crits and you avoid dealing too much damage, remove linked attacks, use broken weapons, these can all increase your success. Alright, so let's do this. So first things first. Let's just see if we can kill him. I bet I can. I'm pretty sure I can. So if I just do something... I have, what, 2 pulses? Alright, so I'm just going to warp. Warp. There you go. Okay, I think Flame has some rescues left. So let's use one, why not? Free XP. It's becoming less and less as time goes on. He's dead as long as he doesn't crit me. 4%'s pretty low. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, we got him. So that's chapter 10. Honestly, it's not bad. The farm on it, I would recommend against doing unless you're doing no auxiliary, no paralog run, because you really need the opportunity to save, to get class masteries. And to get as much XP, to squeeze as much XP out of each map as you can. So if you're doing a limited run without auxiliaries and paralogs, that farm is essential to the run, I believe. If you're disallowing grinding, that's an even crazier thing. Like, I'm actually curious to see if someone could beat the game without doing any grinding at all. Because like on mainline missions, there's a few missions, like a few key missions, where you want to get your death blow and your fiendish blows on your like mages and physical units, and if you can't get that, It just makes it so much harder. Like staying in mage, like imagine having 100 actual combats on a unit and not grinding any of its masteries at all. For like a no auxiliary, no paralog run. That would be ridiculously hard. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for checking this out. Definitely like and subscribe, and peace.